Folks, thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. This is it. The season finale, the culmination of these 9 weeks of fuckery, mind fucks, and generally good storytelling. This is going to be an interesting episode, not just because it brings to a head everything in WandaVision, which obviously is very important, but because it is going to set the tone for the rest of the Marvel TV shows. How they wrap this up and the way that they bring this to a close will have impact on how people will see the rest of the shows. So if they don't stick the landing on this one, there could be trouble. But this is the longest episode yet of the show. And I have a feeling while some fans are going to be disappointed because, every 6 seconds saying, oh, this character's Mephisto, I don't think we're going to see him. I think this is just going to be a throwdown brawl. And in the end, I believe that we're going to see Agatha willing to teach Wanda. Kind of a learning back and forth thing. I do not believe that we're going to get an appearance by Mephisto. I'm going to call it here. We're going to get a cameo from Doctor Strange. I don't know that there will be any other big name cameos, but we'll see. Other than that, quick recap. Fuckery abounds! We're right here. We got a good look at Wanda's history. Last episode, things ended off with Agatha finally naming her as the Scarlet Witch. She had Wanda's kids on a leash, some sort of mystic leash. Which, let's be honest, those kids probably should be on a leash. But the two things that I very much want to see is going to be the fate of the children and the fate of Vision. Yeah, I'm talking too much. Let's get into this shit.
No, dear. I'm counting on it.
What did you expect?
Go to your room. What do you say?
I think she says, bitch. Oh, that's cliche. Wow, they really nailed the white look. Like, I thought it was going to look terrible because in the comics, it's very much almost a featureless white, and that would just look absolutely terrible on film. But the way they did it with his costume here, it actually looks good. I'm kind of impressed. So, yeah, bravo, Marvel. Yes.
If only you had a little more vision.
That's a good one, Hayward.
It actually was a good one.
Okay.
Did you know there's an entire chapter devoted to you in the Darkhold? That's the Book of the Damned.
Okay, so we've officially mentioned the Darkhold. Was that the book that was in her basement? Or are they still going with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. version of the Darkhold? I realize Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still, kind of separate from things, but this 100% is starting to set up things like Midnight Suns and the horror side of Marvel. And I 100% hope this continues in Multiverse of Madness, because bringing Doctor Strange very much was a part of the Midnight Suns. He went through this weird sort of occult gothy phase, but it was still a thing. Doctor Strange wearing this black mask and his outfit was rather strange. See what I did there? I'm sorry. Anyway, so sweet. We're going head first into all this.
The Scarlet Witch is not born, she is forged. She has no coven, no need for incantation. Your power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme.
What are you doing to her? You're making her say this.
She's your meat puppet, I just cut her strings.
And I also just noticed a very subtle thing on Agatha's part, the blackened fingers, making them look atrophied or rotted away or something like that. I like that because, you know, her shtick is absorbing magic from other people, so eventually that's going to take a toll on her. Cool. Also, I should have just let it play for another minute, but confirmation that she had the Darkhold. Awesome. So, yes, head forth into that. And I am really looking forward to the rest of this town being released and the true fallout of this being shown to Wanda. I cannot wait for this.
You're Ralph Boner?
Boner.
You're fine. You're all going to be fine.
When you let us sleep, we have your nightmares.
No, that's not true.
Oh, wow.
If you won't let us go, just let us die, please.
I will.
Now do you see? You tied your family to this twisted world, and now one can't exist without the other.
Your mother and I never really prepared you for this.
But you were born for it.
But I'm not the true
Why they gotta wreck all the books, man? Like, why they gotta wreck the library? Gotta be the library. They couldn't wreck something else that nobody cares about, like a government center?
Boys, handle the military.
What the what? My girl!
Have fun in prison.
Power isn't your problem, it's knowledge.
All they talk about magic and she's just like bull charged. Oh, I absolutely love it. And I like that this was the first person that was able to fight her in their own head. So it wasn't like when she did that same trick to the Avengers in Age of Ultron, you know, where they just kind of got sucked along with it and it took its toll. Agnes was able to fight back. So it shows that, I mean, not to diss anyone's favorite Avengers, but they were weak-minded, or at least not powerful enough to stand up to her. Agnes, on the other hand, has that power. And she's right, Wanda's missing the knowledge, not the raw power, which is what goes back to, I think, in the end, Agnes may end up teaching her, but we'll see how they go with this. Also, what the hell was with the photon thing? That was awesome! Clever girl.
Good girl.
I've said goodbye before, so it stands to reason.
We'll say hello again.
I mean, that's just math.
Given the chance and giving your power, I'd bring my mom back.
Okay, so that right there is a big change from a lot of different superhero movies, shows, that kind of thing. No self-righteousness. She straight up admits she has the same human weakness that Wanda does. That given that power, she would do the exact same thing. And you don't see that often. Like, they are right out the gate making Monica Rambeau one of the most relatable and down to earth characters. It's amazing, 100% amazing. It's different, and I truly hope that this really is setting the tone for the future of the MCU and these TV shows. No capes!
Where's Darcy?
Something about debriefs are for the week. But,
That's my
I
girl.
can thank her for that.
I was sent by an old friend of your mother's. He heard you've been grounded.
Wait, the what? Okay, fuckery abounds with that last scene. Like, how... Was she just using her power to read the Darkhold kind of thing? Or is she, like, separating herself into two people, which is all sorts of weird. I'm not sure how that's going. But the fact that she heard the kids, I think that's going to be the lead-in into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Because somewhere in the multiverse, she actually had the children, or they survived, or something like that, and she's going to want her kids back. So, the loose threads from this, we still have White Vision out there. He's got all the data regarding Vision's memories and whatnot. But I think they're going to play up the somewhat unemotional side of him, which blows, because I was really hoping they were going to double down on this relationship. I absolutely love it. But, you know, even in the comics, when they did the West Coast Avengers and stuff like that, Vision did go through this period where he had no emotions. He very much was an android at that point, just being Vision. Wanda still loved him, but he could factually be with her and factually understand that their time together meant that, you know, he cared for her, but he could not feel love. He couldn't reciprocate that for her, and it caused, you know, obviously some problems in the comics. So it'll be interesting where they decide to play that up. I really dig Bettany's joke that he made in an interview. Said that there was going to be a surprise cameo later where he gets to work with somebody he's always wanted to work with all his life, and it turned out to be him. I love you, Paul Bettany. That is a joke. That is the ultimate dad joke. Like, I love that. That was great. Other than that, moving around to Photon, Monica Rambeau, they're establishing getting her into space with the Kree, or not the Kree, the Skrulls. Sorry, my bad. And the person that they were talking about, the old friend of his mother's, was obviously Fury, that we know is up in space. You know, just relaxing, it appeared. But, you know. So that moves Monica into space on the chessboard of where is everybody, which I have a feeling will lead directly into Captain Marvel 2, which is great. I was wrong in that Wanda was not recreating the Infinity Stones, but she does admit that there is a part of the Mind Stone that continues to live on in her, which means there's a part of the stones that live in everybody that has had their powers granted to them by one of the stones. So that right there is an interesting little thing, because the implications could go one of a number of ways. All in all, I absolutely loved this show. I thought they stuck the landing. It had a lot of emotion. Her saying goodbye to Vision and the kids was just heart-wrenching. I liked that they had the town turn on her like that, because Jesus Christ, she's been holding them captive for, you know, a month. So I dig that. but it also shows that Marvel's not going to be pulling emotional punches. It's not going to be the kind of happy-go-lucky thing that people accuse the Marvel movies of. They are going to go deeper. They are going to go more emotional. And again, I absolutely adore that. So hopefully they keep going like this. Obviously things are going to be different all around, just in perception, because in this one you had, you know, much deeper philosophical debates, magic, when you have the power of creation, what do you do? The next one is a guy with a frisbee. No, with Falcon and Winter Soldier, yes, there are going to more than likely be a lot of moral, words are hard, moral and philosophical debates, because, obviously Sam's still coming to terms with stepping into some of the biggest shoes ever. The world is going to have to react, and I will be pissed if Marvel doesn't put in some of those MAGA ass hats that are going to be like Black Captain America. Fuck that guy, because that is how part of the world would react, straight up. It is a sad state of affairs, but that is how they would react. Hell, when they made him Cap in the comics, that's how they reacted. So, it's a thing. I am looking forward to that particular story. Looks like Baron Zemo is going to be, in one of the last trailers, it looks like he's starting a vendetta against most superhero folks. So, that'll be fun. I like that back to WandaVision. Sorry, I'm getting a little out of my lane here. Back to WandaVision, I am glad that she didn't kill Agatha. Marvel really needs to get away from the one and done killing your enemies, or they die at the end of the thing. They gotta get away from that. Some of the best things about Marvel is the continuity, the callbacks. I mean, Jesus Christ, the small callbacks from Jimmy Woo, like the card trick and the flourish, with the handcuffs in this episode. Dude, that was some of the most entertaining stuff, especially for the people that have been watching these movies for, since the beginning. I love that kind of stuff. So they need to kind of extend that to the bad guys as well. Some of these comics have been going so long because they have the best rogue galleries. They don't kill their enemies. I was upset that Crossbones blew up, because he was a decent thwart for Cap. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cap's got plenty of others in his Rolodex there, but that's what Falcon and the Winter Soldier are going to start to address. And right there, Zemo coming back is bringing back a good villain. So, also, one thing I would like to address, the Darkhold is in the possession of the Scarlet Witch, which means the Darkhold is going to come into play in Doctor Strange 2. Multiverse of Madness is going to open the doors to the entire horror side of Marvel. I guarantee it. This is going to be awesome. Like, it would not surprise me if the next phase is based on a lot of that stuff. Because it looks like this phase, they're going to be focusing some of their efforts on the multiverse and the cosmic end of things, with Inhumans and the Multiverse of Madness, and a lot of the movies, Captain Marvel 2 is more cosmic based, so a lot of that kind of stuff is going to be going right down that lane. But when I see a lineup that is Blade, Night Stalkers, Ghost Rider, that entire line, and yeah, at this point, bring in Scarlet Witch. Let's throw Doctor Strange in the funky costume. Let's do this. So I am 100% excited for this. I thought they stuck the landing. It's going to be divisive because obviously people that have been, deep diving into every single aspect of the show thus far, are going to be pissed that there was no Nightmare, there was no Mephisto. But you know what? I thought they did okay. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed watching this show as much as I did. Goods and bads, all in all, I believe it was a good show. I give it an 8 out of 10. Obviously, you know, at the beginning there were some things that were maybe a little up for debate on how they should have gone or how they could have gone. But, you know what? I think they did good for their first real outing. They will learn lessons. They will get better. I think I will wrap this one up here. I think there's a week break before Falcon and the Winter Soldier come out. So there may not be a Saturday video next week. I'll see what kind of time I have and what I can do. But all in all, fantastic. So I will stop rambling. Folks, I hope you're having a good day. Do something nice for yourself, because self-care is very important. I know I've said it before, I've said it in other videos, but you know what? It really is that important if you want to help others to take care of yourself as well. You guys would like to use your power to give me a hand, like, subscribe, share some of my videos if you're having fun with them. Leave a comment. I love reading them. And you know what? I will see you in the next one.